Daytona Beach, Florida has a neighborhood for absolutely everyone, whether you are a retiree chasing the quiet life or you are a first-time home buyer hunting for a bargain. But not all areas are created equal, so you need to be really careful because one wrong move could land you into a place of regret. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking the best and worst neighborhoods in Daytona Beach, Florida. We're going to be ranging all the way from the most affordable fixer-uppers all the way to the dream-worthy homes along Peninsula Drive. I'm going to walk you through things like the price point, community feel, walkability, safety, and of course the investment or income potential. Also, you can make an informed decision before you start the home buying process in Daytona Beach, Florida. So just a quick heads up before we get going. Some people like pineapple on their pizza and some don't. Just like this video is not a one-size-fits-all video, it is very subjective to your lifestyle, your goals, the type of home you want to live in. And what I really mean by that is my best neighborhood may not be your best neighborhood, just like my worst neighborhood may not be your worst neighborhood. So this video is here for the sole purpose to give you perspective on what local trends are like, what real data is, and what I have seen firsthand helping people purchase and sell real estate on the Daytona Beach area for over a decade. So we do want to start out with the worst neighborhood or the worst area in Daytona Beach. But before we do that, if this is your first time here, welcome to the original Living in New Smyrna Beach YouTube real estate channel. We are absolutely thrilled to have you here. Myself, Chris Shores here, and business partner Tim Loomis have been helping folks buy, sell, and invest real estate in the Daytona Beach area, Seminole, Volusia, and Orange County for over a decade. So whatever we can do to help, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, let us know. But let's get into the worst neighborhood in Daytona Beach. Starting out, the thing here to keep in mind is for the longest time, Daytona Beach has not really had a true cluster of neighborhoods that you'll find in other greater like metropolitan areas where you have true communities that you can say, oh, we live in the Live Oak community or the Palm Breeze community or those type things. So it's all been more of a geographic area. With that being said, Daytona Beach is under a massive growth stage right now. There are tons of new developments coming in, tons of new communities that are getting built up right now. So we are seeing a lot more of that, and we're going to cover some of those in the better ranking videos. And that just has a lot to do with location, walkability, the newness of it all. But right now, this first location is going to be north of International Speedway Boulevard, east of the US 1 highway, and west of Nova Road, all the way up to Granada or Highway 40. So this is kind of a rectangle segmented out section. And the reason for the lowest score is really overall everything. What I mean by really everything is, unfortunately, this area is stuck in between. It's kind of like a no man's land of Daytona Beach right now. So it's kind of a weird concept because it is relatively centrally located, but it's in an area that is not super desirable because it's not on the beach side and all the new developments happening out west. So it's kind of like it's almost in this just stalled out, stagnant area that isn't really expected to see much more growth happening in Daytona. So because of that, right now we're seeing that it has some of the lowest home prices in Daytona. It has a lot of fixer-uppers throughout that whole gridded area. So a lot of work that's going to need to get done just throughout the entire area, or all the streets and neighborhoods within that. It's just older homes too. So you're not seeing, again, like I mentioned, not a lot of new development going on. There's really no room to develop. There's some spot lots and different things like that, but you're certainly not going to go see a brand new bright and shiny community be developed within that area. So with that, you're going to also have higher crime rates. Your walkability isn't great. Even though you're centrally located, you are going to need a car to get everywhere. And as I mentioned in the driving tour in our Daytona Beach video, that the walkability overall in Daytona Beach as a whole isn't great. We do not have a robust public transit system in the area. So you're going to need to have some form of transportation on your own to really be able to get around the way you should. So I don't see a lot of people wanting to come in here as a whole, as a population, come in and fix things up. up. What I am seeing is I'm seeing a lot of first-time home buyers, and I'm seeing investors that are okay with having a long-term buy and hold strategy. So if you're one of those two, if you're really looking to just get the affordability factor, or you're an investor that you're just trying to get in and something at a low price point, do some value add, clean it up and make it better, absolutely. I do think there are some flip potentials. I think there's definitely long-term buy and hold potentials. And if you're just at that point in your life where you're just starting out and getting going, I think it could be a good area for you as long as you're picking the right streets. It is very subjective there on the streets that you're on, so you want to make sure that you are going on the different crime websites, seeing kind of what that very hyper-focused area is. Biggest pro is you are in that kind of central area, but remember, you are going to have your own form of transportation to be able to really get anywhere. So this is going to be the worst ranking neighborhood in Daytona Beach, Florida. It does have its pro though if you are an investor, but don't plan on this area really coming up in appreciation, any significance anytime soon. And I think it will be a very long time before everything gets restored and brought back, if ever. So if you are looking for anything of not having to deal with that, move-in ready, newer homes, this is not the area for you. If you are just looking to get in and get established, or you're an investor, this could be a great area. Just again, make sure you're using a local area professional, whether it's us or somebody else, just to make sure you are getting in the best neighborhood for you and your family when it's possible. Okay, so let's move on up and talk about a C-tiered neighborhood. Actually, I'd like to talk about two of them in Daytona Beach to give you a little bit of different variety and perspective of two C-tier neighborhoods, and they could not be more further apart from each other. One on this hand, you've got the Pelican Bay golf course community, and on the other hand, you have the Seabreeze Boulevard area on the Daytona Beach side. So these neighborhoods are going to be night and day from each other, but they do have some strong C comparison rankings. So I'd like to start out first by talking about the Pelican Bay golf course community in Daytona Beach. This is going to be a community that you would want to move into if you're looking for the peace, quiet, and a little bit of structure. It is, like I said, a gated golf course community, and right now it's attracting a lot of retirees and professionals that are just looking for a calm, secure environment. So in this neighborhood, you're going to find your golf courses. You actually have two golf courses. You've got a community pool. You've got walkable trails. It's a nice, quiet place to be. So negative to it, you are in an HOA. Positive, you're in an HOA because it helps ensure the values of the homes. The values of the homes right now, you can find anywhere between the $300,000 to $400,000 price range. There's a couple that are teetering over that, but obviously they're going to have the extra add-ons or benefits for the extra price. But overall, median price point in the Pelican Bay golf course community right now is in that $300,000 to $400,000 price range. So affordability factors way up there. The community overall, though, is going to be a dated community. It's definitely an older community. So if you're looking for a bright, brand new, shiny, it's not for you. The walkability is not good either. Exercise walkability, yes, great, way up there, active. A lot of stuff going on there as far as that goes, but you are going to have to get in your car and drive anywhere as far as your shopping, dining, day-to-day sort of stuff. I will say though, it is pretty close to everything in Daytona, so it's not like you've got to get in the car and drive half an hour to get where you want to go. So it does have that going for it. Overall, I think this is a good neighborhood if you are not so concerned about new construction and you're just looking for the affordability, you're looking for a little bit of the security and some things to do. It is a pretty neighborhood. Like I said, a little dated, but I have been seeing people come in and do the renovations and make some updates. So I think overall this neighborhood is going to be sustainable throughout the years. You're not going to see any drastic forms of appreciation. It's not the type of neighborhood that's going to just blow up, for like a house flipper or something like that. I think it's a great neighborhood for long-term buy and holds if you're looking to do rentals and things like that. So overall, C neighborhood just based on its age, location, walkability, safety's good, low crime rate there. But just a dated community, affordable price point. That's great with it. So overall though, give this one a thumbs up. If you are just looking to get in somewhere that's affordable and you're not going to have a high maintenance cost of living. So moving on to the other C tier neighborhood is the Seabreeze Boulevard area. This is going to be north of Main Street on the Daytona Beach side. So this neighborhood is, like I said, night and day compared to the Pelican Bay golf course community. So we would say Pelican Bay would be day and Seabreeze Boulevard would be night. This is a neighborhood that is going to be for if you are younger or you're young at heart and you're wanting to be a part of the action. So you're going to find all your clubs, all your live music, all your bars, everything in this centralized area around the Seabreeze Boulevard area. So again, this is not a bona fide designated neighborhood. It's just a geographic location, and I'm pinpointing just a Seabreeze area, just a little bit north of that, just a little bit south of it on the Daytona Beach side. You are going to be in the thick of it all. The price points here, you're going to be up more because you are on the Daytona Beach side, and as you get closer to water, generally home prices do go up. So you are going to see an increase in home price. The reason why this still remains a C though is because there is a lot of hodgepodge stuff going on in the area, a lot of mixed use stuff going on, a lot of older homes, you've got newer homes. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just like somebody took a bowl of spaghetti and threw it there. And that's because the old school Daytona Beach had a lot of changes over the years. A1A and US 1 used to be the main drag through the east coast of Florida. So a lot of development was there. It was the main thoroughfare. And then that moved out west when I-95 was built, and is continuing to move out west with the new development. So that's why you will see a lot of mixed older homes, fixer-upper homes, and then you'll see a bright, big, beautiful $2 million plus home right next to it. And that's just because of the proximity to the Halifax River and the Atlantic Ocean on the very east coast of there. So a lot of pros there. Some of the cons here, crime rate does go up. A lot of that is just due to population density. In my opinion too, the heavy spike in tourism that happens throughout the year when you have all the different events that are going on, just more people tends to equal more problems, or the propensity to have more problems. So the other big con for me here is going to be parking. Parking is a huge challenge. It will be a headache for you at some point in your stay if you decide to move to the Seabreeze Boulevard area. It's not a space or a spot that you're going to really want to be taking your stroller and babies and dogs on the late nights, or things like that, just because it is a party scene area. If you're thinking Daytona Beach Bike Week, Race Week, Spring Break, Jeep Beach, it does get jam-packed. So just keep that in mind. It is great though, great for investment, great if you are okay with living that hustle and bustle lifestyle. So a lot of pros to it. One of the other cons is, like I mentioned, there's really no rhyme or reason to price and home values over there. They're all over the place. So if you are a strict investor, this might not be it for you. If you're okay kind of risking a little bit, then I think you could find some huge upside with a lot of value add there, because there are quite a bit of homes that need some fixing up over there, and I think you could pull a lot of value in them. Two C-class neighborhoods here though: Pelican Bay golf course community, the nightlife. You've got Seabreeze Boulevard and the thick of it all both kind of revolving around price point here and just overall home style. Okay, as we're moving up to the B tier neighborhoods in Daytona Beach, Florida, let's mix the new and the old together and give you two different neighborhoods to compare. So we're going to have the LPGA area neighborhoods, and then we're going to have the Daytona Beach Shores area neighborhoods. Daytona Beach Shores is on the beach side of Daytona, on the south side of Daytona. So we're going to start out with the LPGA area first. This area in particular, just west of 95, Interstate 95 in Daytona, This area is going to be for you if you're looking for something newer and more planned out and a more neighborhood type of feel. So these are what you are really getting or seeing now, the true neighborhoods, the planned out communities. So newer built homes, open concept floor plans, energy efficient, and a lot of these homes are still coming with builder warranties that are a few years old. And there's a lot of new development homes that are coming up now that are fresh homes that have never been lived in. So a couple of the notable mentioned neighborhoods is going to be the Mosaic community by ICI Homes, and the Latitude community, the Margaritaville 55 plus community. So right now in that 55 plus Margaritaville, the Latitudes community, there are no available new construction homes. There are resale homes available. So if you're looking to get into that neighborhood and live that Jimmy Buffett lifestyle, super active community, a lot of stuff going on there. You've got pools, bars, little shopping center, little grocery stores. So really cool environment if you're just trying to kind of have a all-inclusive type deal. Mosaic is, again, by ICI. This is going to be a little bit more of your custom type home. Both these homes in the Latitude area, you can find homes in the $400,000 to $500,000 range. In the Mosaic community, you're going to be in the $500,000 to $800,000 range, possibly a little bit more. Both are great communities, a lot of value to offer there based on what you're getting for the home, the new construction, and you're starting to kind of get into that convenience location. You are centrally located with all the new shopping developments that are being developed out west in that area. With that, you're going to have access to the newer shopping, newer parks, dining, schools, that sort of thing. And your proximity to the interstate is right there. So really kind of tough to beat that as well. The con to that, though, is you are all the way out west past Interstate 95. So you are a bit of a drive to the beach. So if you are wanting to be an intrepid beachgoer and be out there on the day-to-day, I would not recommend you be moving out to LPGA area. I would tell you to move closer east, find some areas there, and even try to find your way onto the beach side. But if you're just looking for the neighborhood feel, new developments coming on, the new cleanliness of it all, and the security of low maintenance and home warranties, then this is definitely going to be an area you should check out. This ranks super high on my convenience scale just based on the location of it. Walkability, still not walkability there unless you're in Jimmy Buffett land with the Latitude community where it's a little bit more inclusive. Outside of that, though, you are pretty centrally located. Same thing like the Pelican Bay community. You're going to have to get in your car and go, but you're not going to have to do like a 30-45 minute drive. It's maybe like a 5-10 minute drive to get to shopping and dining. But if you're wanting to be on the beaches, I would say let's check out the other B-class neighborhood, and that's going to be the Daytona Beach Shores area. This is a little bit more old school Daytona Beach. It is way on the quiet side. So if you're looking to be on the beach, you're looking to not be in the hustle and bustle like in the Seabreeze Boulevard area neighborhood like we were talking about, I would strongly consider Daytona Beach Shores. Some of the big pros here are the overall, just the quietness of it. It's pretty clean overall. Safety's up there. Their first responders are fantastic in that area. So your EMT, police, firefighters, they're all pretty put together. So it's always great to know that kind of on the safety side of things. Home values, though, are going to be a little bit more expensive. Your median home price, you're going to be touching in the mid fours, and sky can be the limit because you are in between. You're on that barrier island in between the river and the Atlantic Ocean. So just depending on what you're looking for, you are going to have to spend a little bit more money to be in the Daytona Beach Shores area. A lot of condos there as well. So we haven't really talked about condos in this video, but if you're looking to have that condo lifestyle, Daytona Beach Shores would also be a great option for you to be checking out that allows you to gain access to the beach, low maintenance living. Again, just really kind of depending on your lifestyle and goals. But those are some of the biggest pros, though, for being near the beach is you can still get in at a relatively affordable level. It's quiet, it's calm, it's clean. Some of the cons of it is that it is a little bit further out from everything. You're not going to have fast access to the bigger and better shopping and dining amenities like you was on the LPGA area. It's going to probably take you about about 30 minutes to get there, as you have to cross over the bridges, cut through traffic and the whole thing. So if you're looking to get to I-95 fast for your daily commutes, if you're having to go back and forth, Daytona Beach Shores might not be it for you. It just depends on your level of patience and how often you're going to be traveling. So overall, if you're just looking to kind of stay centrally located on the beach side, not do a bunch of traveling, you're okay with a quieter lifestyle, you're okay with the mom and pop shops and restaurants, Daytona Beach Shores would definitely be a strong consideration. Investment wise, I think it's a great opportunity anytime you can buy around the water. It's a stabilized community overall. There's definitely some fixer-uppers, but overall everybody keeps up pretty well in the Daytona Beach Shores area. Okay, so we finally made it to Daytona Beach's top A-tier neighborhood. You've been with us this long. Let us know what your favorite neighborhood is or your favorite thing to do in Daytona Beaches in the comments below. And we would really greatly appreciate it if you did like and subscribe. So this top tier neighborhood in Daytona, in my opinion, my favorite neighborhood in Daytona Beach, Florida, is going to be the area along Peninsula Drive. So this location is going to start out at the southernmost end at the Dunlawton Bridge on the Barrier Island in Daytona, Peninsula Drive, and then it's going to go all the way up to Highway 40 or Granada Boulevard, which is in where you will begin to enter Ormond Beach. So this stretch of land here, this drive, if you will, the moment you turn onto it, feels like you are in a private hidden pocket of Daytona Beach. You've got historic homes with tons of charm and character, luxury waterfront estates, just an undeniable sense of pride with the homeowners along this stretch of homes here. So you are going to have to break out the checkbook on this one. This one is not for you if you're a first-time home buyer or you're just trying to get in the area. Even investors, I'd probably maybe say not so much unless you're looking for super long-term buy and hold and you just find one of these inherited fixer-uppers and got lucky. But overall, these majority of homes are going to be on the direct intercoastal waterway. I would plan on not spending anything less than probably 1.3 million, and the sky's the limit. It'll go up to, whatever. So minimum 1.3. And with that, if you find something for that cheap, and notice I did say cheap, plan on putting probably a considerable amount of work into it. Probably it's not going to have too much more than 2,000 square feet. So keep that in mind. I mean, you are having to pay to play here, but it's an absolutely gorgeous area. Safety's good. Walkability, again, the general theme is not good. Have to get a car and drive around everywhere. Active walkability, it's got sidewalks, beautiful scenery. You got some parks scattered here and there. Just it's a cool spot to be with the historicness of it. There's some really old homes that people have restored and taken great care in. And it is a area that is off the beaten path a little bit. You're not super busy. You're not super crowded. This road is going to run parallel to A1A, which is where all the main traffic is happening in the Daytona Beach area. So unless you're really familiar with Daytona, you're not going to really know to take Peninsula. So Peninsula, it's just a quieter drive. You got access to some nice elementary school there. You are close to a par 3 golf course, and your sunsets are absolutely incredible. You're right on the water. If you are planning on being a boater or want to have the ease of access to just go out to your dock, press a button, have your boat drop in, definitely this is somewhere you should be considering. So this area is for you if you're looking to have the river and water access, still have close proximity to the beach, have a little bit of privacy, a little bit of peace and quiet, stay away from the crowds, while still being able to gain access within 5 to 10 minutes and being right kind of back in the middle of it all again. Who it is not for is if you're being very price conscious, if you don't care about being on the beach side, if you don't care about being on the water, if you're not a boater, don't worry about this neighborhood at all. It's not for you 100%. But if you are looking for a really beautiful spot to be in Daytona that's a little off the beaten path, a little bit more high end, then definitely I would 100% recommend checking out this area. There is no really proper designated neighborhood. It's just the geographic location, just the area. So it is very scattered about. You can find homes off these side streets for less than $1 million. You're probably going to be somewhere between, I'd say, like 550 to 800,000 off these little side streets, just depending again on what the home is. A lot of these homes through this area have been renovated and restored, so you're going to still find some older features to them with the kind of newer touches to it. So Just depends on what your flavor is and what you're looking for. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video ranking Daytona Beach's best and worst neighborhoods. Again, subjective to me and to you on what you think is best and worst. This is solely off of my perspective, what I see local market trends are doing, where I see price points are, what the stability of neighborhoods are currently, and what we're seeing the projection to be. So let us know what your thoughts are on these neighborhoods. Let us know if you consider moving to Daytona Beach or if you're already living here. Again, whatever we can do to help you. It's never too early to start the home buying or selling process. We appreciate you and look forward to seeing you in next week's video.